Welcome, welcome, Tchernavia Montgomery. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are spotlighting social workers because it is Social Work Month. And so we get 31 days to say, hey, everybody, check out these 31 individuals and what they're doing for the community,
Yes.
especially folks who are connected to UNCC School of Social Work. So UNC Charlotte, the School of Social Work are spotlighting alumni, faculty, community partners, community activists, and
Yes.
anybody who's connected to us just like yourself. And so you actually have different hats that I just named there. You're an alumni.
Yeah,
You also have taught in the College of Health and Human Services,
I am.
and
I am.
you're a community champion as well. So we're
Yes.
gonna we're gonna display these videos, our socially engaged videos, on our social media platform. So Instagram,
Okay.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter,
Sure.
and so that way you can share and everybody can learn a little bit more about you. Not that folks should know because you're everywhere in the community. So, Tchernavia, if you could
Yes.
share with us a little bit about what you're doing as a social worker, perhaps that path that led you to where you are today, because you are in a very unique position and we want to hear about that. And then also, as you've navigated these different positions in your social work career, how has the values of social work helped you in those different positions, right?
Okay.
And so, and also you got to give a shout out to your class. So because
Of
you're wearing that
course.
beautiful green there, representation
Thank
of
you.
UNC Charlotte. So go ahead.
Thank you. All right. Well, okay. So you've given me a list. I want to make sure I check everything off. So I'm going to do my shout out first. Shout out to the BSW class of 2008 and the MSW class of 2009. So
Oh,
hopefully they're
a
watching.
double threat. You're a double threat. Awesome.
Double round. Yes, yes, yes. And I am, as you mentioned, adjunct faculty, currently with public health sciences. I float around the healthcare services area professionally, so it's a very good fit for me. But every semester, we have students that are coming over to take those courses in their social work uh, continuum so that they can learn the value of healthcare within their spectrum and their realm. Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
my journey right now, I'm a week away from my 1 year anniversary as the executive director of Caring. And Caring has been around since 1955. And I am fortunate to be the organization's first person of color to run our organization. And we serve as a trusted pillar of community-based health services in Mecklenburg County that's dedicated to providing affordable and accessible, holistic, high quality services to individuals in our community who are vulnerable, who are underinsured or uninsured. And so we are striving to achieve health outcomes and health equity for those residents in our community. So wonderful job. We've got a great continuum of care. Please go to our website, caringnc.org, and learn a little bit more about us, maybe make a donation. Got to get that plug in.
There you go.
I have enjoyed 2 decades of services in health and human services or in the field. I started my journey out doing case management while I was going to school. And once I graduated, my first career was with the Mecklenburg County Health Department. And then I spent about 8 years with Atrium in behavioral health and the Performance Excellence Center, and then supporting some Medicaid case management and transitional care for those who were trying to prevent future hospitalizations or incarceration. I have worked with the severely and persistently mentally health population. I still hold my license and I use it in a variety of ways in leadership that you may not know it was applicable to. And I have just had a very, very, very well-rounded career in social work.
And
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and you have had your pulse in every sector of our community and our profession, and that's the neat thing about this is you have had so many different roles that may be considered quote unquote traditional social work roles, but also what people may not think a social worker could do, which, I mean, you're in a leadership, you're an executive director. That's amazing.
Yeah,
What an
I am.
inspiration to other social workers out there that, hey, we don't have to just stay in one lane. We don't have to just stay in one corner. We are a versatile profession, and you are such a great example of that.
Thank you. I have been fortunate, and I think the lessons I learned along the way about the changes I wanted to see in the system, we can do that on a micro level by doing those one-on-one services or interventions with people that need our care that we're able to provide, but also working our way up to meso and macro, right? We want to see big holistic changes to the system that we know oftentimes is broken or doesn't serve as best as it can the people that need it most. So in order to get there and see those changes, I needed to think differently and to utilize a different set of skills that I believe I innately possessed, but also learned from others that serve in different capacities and in different industries. I was able to get some of that experience by serving on boards. So I've been very fortunate to have had quite a few opportunities with boards in the community. Right now, I'm on the American Red Cross of the Greater Charlotte chapter with their Diversity and Inclusion Committee. I served on the board of Cardinal Innovations, currently on the board of MECED and Akitigan, and am vice chair with MedLink, and recently also joined the North Carolina Association for Free and Charitable Clinics. So I get an opportunity to practice different skill sets within those boards and different committees that I can serve on. So it just creates a more well-rounded approach professionally for us to strive and be our best as social workers. We're very versatile, as you mentioned, and we don't have to stay in one lane. We can be all things.
And wow, when do you sleep? When do you eat? When do you have time for you? My goodness.
I do. I am able to get that time in. I have a very supportive family, and I make sure that upfront I'm making others aware of what my capacity is. And if I can't meet a deadline or I'm not able to meet that need, then I'm okay saying no gracefully, and maybe suggesting a colleague or a coworker or someone that I think might be a good fit. But that's another part of being a social worker. We sometimes exhaust ourselves with trying to do good in this world, and we have to make sure that we're balancing and staying committed to ourselves and true to what we need as well. So that's a skill that I'm still learning, but I've gotten much better at than I was in the past.
Wow, great pointers for everybody out there listening. So Tchernavia, we're going to have a little bit of fun right now. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So we're going to play a quick game that I created for these interviews. It's called the Fab 5 in 5 seconds. So you get to share. I'm going to talk a little bit so you can think about it. You get to share your favorite 5 things in 5 seconds or under 5 seconds. Okay. So it could be anything that you want. It could be your favorite state, your favorite city, your favorite food, your favorite whatever. So on my go, are you ready?
Yeah.
Set.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. So just any 5? I thought you were going to give me a category. Okay. All right.
Oh no, any 5.
Okay. I love my family, right? Number 1. I love our community. I love Charlotte Mecklenburg. I love taking naps when I get a chance to. I love music and different genres of music. And I love people in general. I'm super extroverted, if you can't tell. So I love strangers. I have never met one, and I think that's pretty well known about me.
You know what? Thank you for sharing. We love the fact that you are a social worker. We love that you're in a position that is making an impact for all communities. And we love the fact that you are an alumni of UNC Charlotte School of Social Work, BSW, and MSW program. So a double whammy there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tchernavia, so much. We celebrate you today. We celebrate social workers everywhere. Happy Social Work Month to you. We hope you have a great week.
Thank you. That this month's motto, the time is now for social work. So thank you for uplifting that and giving us a platform to share.
No, the time is definitely now. Thanks.
Have a good day.